Okay guys, today our first video is going to be over place value. So when you see a number such as 1.3 right here, obviously the decimal is right here. When you have a number such as 0.769, well, obviously the decimal is right here. You can see it, you know exactly where it is. But what happens when you have a number such as 14 or 386 or any other whole number, 1,000,005, 89,000? Where is the decimal there? Well, the decimal in a whole number is always to the right of the number that's furthest to the right. So for instance, this number is furthest to the right, the 4, so the decimal is to the right of that. So the decimal will always be to the right of the last number on the right. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, so now we're going to go over here to our place value chart. Okay, so I've created this for you that you can use for a reference. Okay, so as you can see, here's your decimal. So these are all your whole numbers, and these to the right would be what would be fractional numbers, okay, or a decimal number. So looking at your whole numbers, to the left of the decimal, you got 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, and it keeps on going forever. Now to the right of the decimal, if you noticed, this is your tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, and billions. Notice that each one of these, and this keeps on going, but each one of these ends in THS. Okay, so when you have the number 2.39, ignore the other numbers, that means that this over here is a fraction. Okay, so these numbers over here represent a decimal and then a number which represents a fraction in a number. So for instance, if you have the number 3.8, this over here represents a fraction of another number. Okay, so it's 3 and then a fraction of a number of another number, excuse me. But anyway, so whenever you're asked questions about place value, if it ends in THS, you know that you're dealing with the right side of the decimal. If it doesn't end in THS, you're dealing with the left side of the decimal. So keep that in mind and use this as a reference.